So now I'm going to start the program. I'm starting the CQScan program, and I start the second program, the Colour Quartet. Both programs need to be started. Then I go here to connect the scanner. The program is now connected to the Scanmate F14. According to Mike, the Scanmate F14 does not need a driver. So here we have our preview. This is the complete scanner area, which is size A3 actually. If we wanted to scan only a little piece here in the middle, we can reduce this format here. Then it may go a little bit quicker, but we have a quite large image to scan, so we begin from the full size. And we have a reflection image. It's a paper print reflection image, and I would like to get this little bit of color impression from the brownish printing. Here I can choose the size of the preview in megabyte. I set it to a medium size of 20 megabyte. And here I click on preview. The scanner now goes into its basic position. And usually for this first scan we need to wait for 4 minutes for the scanner to be heated up. But since we made a scan before already, the scanner is starting with a preview straight away. We don't need this here anymore. The Scanmate F14 is maybe not the fastest scanner, but it's a very advanced machine, and definitely it's one of the best scanners you can get for scanning in high quality. And by the way, it's does not only scan reflections, but it's also scanning transmission images like autochrome plates or negative plates. And this is something which not every scanner can do, and this scanner does it up to the size DIN A3. So here we got the preview. I press the button, the keys steering and minus to make it smaller. Now I make a crop of the image and I try to get quite close to the image in order not to get too much disturbances from the surrounding background. Here in this corner we are a little bit too close. I would like to correct this. I'm wondering a little bit why it's taking now a little bit of time. Scanner does have a problem now. Maybe I close the program. Close the program. So I start this Colour Quartet once more. Connect. Preview. Preview. I'm sorry for this, but this can always happen, that the program may have a malfunction. But usually this program works very stable. Here in this menu of CQScan you can see the progress of the present job. The status is scanning the preview. And here we have the time and the percentage of the preview scanned already. So here we are. I press the key steering minus, make this image smaller, don't need this. Now I make a crop. This time I start here at this edge, go down, this looks good. If I'm not satisfied with this crop, I can enlarge here this a little bit. So we have this area now where we make the crop of the preview. If now we go with the cursor into the image, make a double click, and we get the feedback. Actually, when we don't see this feedback, we go here, click one time in this arrange all windows, and here we have the feedback. Also, we press steering minus to get a smaller size. Now we have 3 basic operations to manipulate this image in the best way. Here we start with highlight and shadow. We get here this curve of colors, this curve of colors which the scanner sees in this picture, and this curve needs to be within these limits. So we can click here on the outer edge of the diagram and set it to a corner, and when I release the mouse button, you will see that the image changes its color. I will move this to the right border and release the button, click, and you see the image has changed to a good degree, has become has become better. Now there's an option that this might have to do something with a paper or with a background. We can try to put this information out to see how the image changes. Yeah, there's a slight improvement maybe. We can also get it back to see the difference. Mike would say if we put this out of the frame, we would lose some information. Yeah, this might be true, but it's a question what kind of information we lose. If we lose the information about this color here, then it would not really matter. So we can really try to see that we get the best impression. I think this is a good solution. Here in this area we have a possibility to give the image a certain color. These 2 spots should usually be centered here in the inner circle. Yeah, you will see this has a big influence here on the color, and both spots should always be moved in the same way. Now this is supposed to be neutral reproduction. I can show you what happens if we go in this direction. The image will become more reddish. Here it becomes kind of yellow. Here is a green area, and down here we can make the image look bluish. What I would like to do, my personal preference is to give it a little bit yellowish character, especially since it's really an ancient object what we're talking about. This is the linen from the tomb of Jesus Christ, and it's almost 2000 years old. It's actually the inverted version of this linen, so it's quite appropriate to give it a little bit an ancient touch. If I were to enlarge the feedback, which I can do, you should see the structure of the fishbone structure of the linen. It's a very high quality material. The quality here in the scan was now not the final result, because I chose the size of the preview. I reduced it to 20 megabyte. In the final result, you will see the quality of the image will be much better. So I'll look at it once more. This is actually my personal taste, how I like this image to look like. This is the most valuable image that mankind has ever seen. So I saved it, I click to close. I go to radiation. I can manipulate a little bit. Mike told me to make a click here in the middle of this line, so we have a better way to manipulate the graphs here. If I put it in this direction, we get more light. If I put it down its original line, we get a little bit more darker. Actually, here in this I do not see any improvement. I will show you some details with a multicolor image later, so I cancel this gradation manipulation. I look at the saturation. If we put here some more saturation into the image, like maybe 60%, we get a little bit more of the color. Yeah, that's okay. And I gonna save this. Now we have done some alterations, some changes in the image, and we now need to tell the scanner what he need do. He need tell him the scan resolution. The scan resolution in the center here, in the center, is going as much as 5000 dpi. Here in this area we still might have some 3000, 4000, and here we are going back to about 3000, and in the whole area it can make a resolution of 2500 dpi. So for this image I choose the scan resolution of 1200 megabyte, and when I press enter I see the final file size. It's 578 megabyte. If I made this, for instance, so 1600 dpi, it will be around 1 gigabyte. And here in this area we see from this sign we are exceeding the scan resolution of the scanner, so we will not have any benefit from this. We go to 1200. Output size of the image is 255 by 345 millimeter. Enlargement factor is 100. The unsharpening masking we set, for instance, to none. And here is we make it a TIFF RGB image. Here we select the folder where we want to put it, and we make this we give it its own folder. Need to find the scanner. Here is our main folder for the scanner, and call it Turin need to go here to see benutzen Scanner desktop scan. So this is the folder where we put it, and we call it image 1. This is the name. And we don't use, for this image, we don't use a descreening. So everything is set here properly. We are ready to go, ready to scan. We click here once, and then we click here to start execution of the present job. Scanner is starting. Now this will take quite a while because we choose a high resolution. Now here you can see it's just 7% finished from the scan, 9%, so we need to wait for a while. When I have to do a lot of scans like this with larger images, I set a little clock, and I set it to around about 4 minutes, and when the 4 minutes over, the clock gives me signal that the scanner is ready. Of course, the scanner makes a little beep when he's ready, but when I'm in another room, I will not be able to hear that. So machine is operating and I have a cup of tea. I would like to scan is a negative glass plate. Big image. From around about 1910. see this, but this this is the actually the image layer, the photosensitive image layer, and this the other side is just the glass layer. If we are going to scan this image, we put this the photosensitive layer down on, we put it down on the glass plate like this. First, we'd like to have a look at our image. How it looks like. How does it look like? We have the image, we can control properties. It's exactly 578 megabyte as scheduled by the program. Now we open this with Photoshop. It's quite a large image, so the Photoshop program needs a little bit time to load the image into the program. .500 MB. No, come on. Here we are. Oh. So we did quite a good job. We quite precisely made a good orientation of the image on the scanner. I would now like to turn around the image so that it's really in a rectangular position. We can make this here with the image rotation by arbitrary rotation, we need a clockwise rotation by round about 0.3 degree. Let's see what's happening. We can check here with the outer line. Yeah, that looks good. This looks excellent. Now we make a crop of the image. Let's see how we can get along here. A little bit. This looks good. As image crop. That's fine. That's fine. That's really nice. And we save this under not under save, because here on the save we have the original image. We don't overwrite the original image, we save it as, and we give it a new name, for instance like this, image 1, it's a version A. I call it version A and save. So here we have we have our image and the original resolution in the correct crop. We can now make a test. How does the scan reproduce the image? Need to this looks quite good. We can well see the structure of the linen. This is really nice quality reproduction. So this was the first scan of actually a black and white image, which during the scan process I gave a little bit of color. Of course we can now see what we get if we manipulate this image a little bit more. For instance, here in the This is not the one I'm looking for. Adjustments. No. Exposure. No. Cancel. Yeah, vibrance. I was looking for vibrance. Here you have the saturation. Actually, I don't know why it doesn't show any difference, because here I click in the preview, so it should show this preview, but it doesn't show any changes. This is a little bit strange, so I cancel this operation. For now I'm happy with this result. So we come now for the next image, which is a huge glass negative plate from around 1910. This is the actual image side. So we take out this image. Very carefully put this glass image here on the scanner. Need the glass cover anymore, because it's a transparent. I close a bit. I also close this preview. We don't need this anymore. And I open the preview setup window, and now here, very important, we need change from reflection to transmission, and we actually have a true black and white image, so I put it to a grayscale now and make a preview. here we can again see the progress. It seems it always starts here at 5%, and then it jumps to 6-7% and so on. Then I'm gonna get a cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm. Okay. Yes, I'm now in I'm making a scan demonstration right now. Yes, I'm making a record my shots. Yeah, I call you back later. Yeah, okay, man. Yeah, Ciao, ciao. So we got this image here, and we make a preview image. Yeah, like this. Double click in the preview. And where is our feedback? Here is the feedback window. Steering minus makes this smaller. We need to turn this around. Now we need to invert this. Oh, I don't know where to invert. Maybe it was here in the preview setup. Yeah, here it was. Here we need to click. We need to have clicked negative. I'm sorry, but I don't see possibilities to invert it here, so I need to make a new preview with here this negative. Yeah, it's a negative image, so this one we can close. We can close this one. is a preview. Steering minus. Oops. Negative. Okay, make this crop, double click, steering minus, and here we have the feedback window. Now we again start with highlight and shadow. This may be some images, some curves from maybe from dark areas from the frame. Let's see what happens if we put away. See, this is a little bit grayish. if we put away this first peak, it's a little bit improving in contrast. Mike would a little bit worry about it, but I think this is okay. Let's see if we can give it. Yeah, I overdo it now with a color. You see, though we have, in spite that we have selected a black and white image here. The color manipulation we still have at hand, and I would like to give it a little bit touch of color. This looks quite nice, it looks remarkable. Once again, we need to keep in mind this is just a preview scan resolution. It's not the original scan quality which we can get. So we proceed here. No, first of all we say OK, we close this, we go to gradation. We get a little bit of improvement in contrast in this area, to my understanding. This is not an improvement. This is a little bit too dark. We lose something here in this area. Put it back to this straight line. Yeah, somewhere like here. We have some darker spots here in this area. I think this is a typical job for Photoshop later to make this area a little bit more bright. But here in this scan, in this Colour Quartet program, I don't know how to do it. Okay, close. Saturation we don't need because it's a black and white image. And we need to give it another folder. I put it here into different scans and call it Fabrik 1. Resolution 1200 dpi. Yeah, this is fine. We don't need here any descreening because it's not from any printed document, but it's from an original glass negative plate. I think because of it, I chose negative image here automatically. There is no option for a descreening. Unsharp masking I put to none. Interesting to see what happened if I put here grayscale. This will reduce the file size, but not really dramatically. So I can say ready to scan and do the job. This image, what you can see here, is actually where this scanner runs at its best. There's hardly any other scanner who does transparent images as good as a Scanmate F14. So if you are able to get one of these machines, you are quite lucky. If in case you have such historical glass plates to scan. So program of the Colour Quartet software, it offers a lot of facilities, a lot of options which you can use while scanning, but I have to admit that I did not enter all the details of the program until now so deeply so that I can explain everything to you. This recording which we made today is just to give you a first introduction in case you have a Scanmate, in case you have a Windows computer which runs on a 32-bit system, then you can get the scanner working in any case. And with this video you see step by step how to create, how to scan images. So I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. In case you have any questions, any technical considerations about the scanner and its use, please don't hesitate to contact Mike in Denmark. I'm sure that Mike will find a way how to solve your technical problems if you have them, or to resolve your questions. Thank you for watching our tonight introduction into the abilities of a Scanmate F14. Let's have a look. Oh, 41%. So. Yeah, we have our scan and we open it with Photoshop. Steering plus makes this image a little bit bigger. Here we can move it a little bit. We see we need to turn it a little bit clockwise. Image rotation. Maybe a 0.2 clockwise. Yeah, this looks fine. Also downstairs here in this area, it also looks fine. Now we can see how to crop the image. I don't really know what to do with this area. It's not of so big value for the picture, so try first of all to make a crop here. I think this looks okay for now, and we can here cut out this white area and crop once more this way. Crop. So this looks fine. Here in this area, this image needed to be restored, but this we're gonna save. File, save as, and we name it Fabric 1A. Save. So this was demonstration of how to turn a big negative glass plate into a nice image. We can just have a look. What about the quality of the image? And we have to admit that for a photograph of around 1910, this is quite okay. As already mentioned, this area need to be corrected. Now we come to special application of the Scanmate. We would like to scan many different images, dia positives, with one preview. For scanning the positives, I have them here in a box. It's format 7 times 7 by 7 centimeters. put them on the scanner with a film. With the evolution side towards the scan machine. And we place them directly into the center of the screening area, for in the center we will have the highest resolution. So we take out this preview. Although I put the diapositives here in the center, I will still choose the full size of the preview in order to let you show where I positioned the diapositives. They are transmission, they are in color, but they are positive. They are positive images. So let's make a preview. Scanner is starting. Preview doesn't take too long. That's okay. It's several images, and when we process these images, you will see we have great advantages. We have great advantages in the program because we made now a preview for all these diapositives, and we need not make extra previews for each and every image. Scanner is almost done with the preview. Takes about 3 minutes for the entire A3 area. So I make this now closer with steering minus, and here you can see the full size A3 scan area, which the Scanmate F14 is capable to scan. I put the diapositive right in the center of the scan area, because in this area we get about a resolution of 3000 dpi. First of all, now I make enlargement. I start here with this image. Take this image with a double click. Make it bigger. This preview we can put away a little bit. It's disturbing. Now we start here with highlight and shadow. Put this diagram on the left edge. Put this one on the right edge. And here we see Johanna at the beach. The image looks a little bit bluish. We can correct this. How does it look like when we put this in the center? That's okay. That's okay. Close it. Let's have a look at the gradation. Any improvement here? Yeah, a little bit of improvement here in this direction. This is too dark. Yeah, that's fine. Close and call it dia image number 1. Resolution I would like to set to 2000. Will it? Yeah, it gives us a 2000 dpi resolution. No descreening, and we set unsharp masking to none. File size will be 42 megabyte. We are ready to scan and do this job. And now we come to the real benefits of this program. We take the next feedback window. This one go down. We enlarge this. It's a good size to work on it. We need not be afraid if we don't have all of the image here in this window. The actual size will be the size which we choose when we made the frame for the feedback window. Now, highlight and shadow. This should be in the center. Very nice colors, very good saturation of colors for this age. This image is from around 1955. Yeah. So it's a 60-year-old dia-positive image. You can close this. Let's have a look at the gradation. This looks very nice. Saturation we may add maybe a little bit, just a little bit, but this dia-positive looks really wonderful. We save this, and this is dia number 2. Same resolution, no unsharp masking, and ready to scan and go. Next image, crop the image from the preview, double click inside the selected area, toop toop, put away the preview, enlarge the feedback window, oops, like this. Here we have some discoloration due to age, but this is okay. We can maybe later manipulate it a little bit in Photoshop. This image looks okay. Close. Gradation makes a little improvement. Close. Add a little bit of the color. Close. Here number 3. Ready to scan. and do the job. As you can see, we can add one job after the other without taking care if the machine has performed the previous job or not. It will put all our jobs in a list and will scan the images with the individual manipulation one by one. Here is some dust I have maybe not seen in the diapositive. We will later in Photoshop remove this. But of course it's always best to clean the images with a very fine brush before you put them on the scanner glass. Saturation. Okay. This is dia number 4. Ready to scan and do the job. Now we can have a look at the images we have done so far. Let's click on this image. Let's open with Photoshop. It's about a 46 megabyte image. And here you can see this is really it's a nice image. It's very nice colors. It's true colors. There's almost no need for any correction in terms of image rotation. Now we crop the image. We make it from the very corner of the image in order not to lose anything. Now here we need to go from this corner. We have a very tiny black line here, so we need actually go maybe from this corner, from this very corner to here. Yeah, this way we get the full image and crop. Up. This file we save as dir2 a and okay, and in the background you see when you go to CQScan, the scanner, the Scanmate F14 is still operating and doing jobs. So, dear customers, this was a first introduction of how to scan multiple set of diapositives with the Scanmate F14 in one go. Thank you for watching our tutorial, and I wish you all the best for your work with your scanner. Bye.